Good afternoon, everybody. And to all of you all that will see this later, I want to say God bless you. I want to thank the Hymns family and all of our friends and supporters who watch our programs, who support us in other ways, who share. All of you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Look forward to what God has for us in the future. Hello, come on in, everybody. Just checking in to say hello, and please put in the chat how you are doing. I want to know how you are doing from wherever you are across the world. If you are not in the United States, please put what country you tune in from. I do know a few of you, but I don't know where everybody tuning in from. But hello, hello, hello. Put in the chat. Hey, how are you doing? How are you doing? It is my goal to pray and care for you as you all are caring for me and my family. God bless you. Hey, Reverend Mentor. Hey, Reverend Daniels. God bless you. How much time do I have? Well, you know, Reverend Mentor, just give me one line and then you can call me and give me the rest. Hey, Mama Lawson, how are you doing? Good to see you. How's everybody doing? God bless you, Miss Gibbs. I'm going to paste this video on YouTube later. So to all of my YouTube friends, God bless you. When you see this, I want you to know. I want you to put in our comment section how you are doing so that we can say God bless you to you as well when you see this later. Good afternoon and blessings to you, Miss Lynch, my friend. Miss Lynch, I hope to see you and Miss Ross if y'all are willing to come on down to the country this Saturday for our Merlin Choir concert in Welcome Merlin, which is past La Plata. Hello, Miss Hoffman. How are you? Miss Hoffman is my buddy, y'all. I mean, for real. That's no game. God bless all of you today. Just checking in to see how you doing. Tell you how I'm doing. And I hope you read your newsletter. Hey, Carla Brooks. If you all are from other countries, put in the chat when you see this what country you're from, especially if I don't get a chance to interact with you all often. Doctors on the line where I'm praying for you and your doctor. Most definitely. I'm going to try to check in more often. It's just that a lot of my days the time gets away from me, as it probably does many of you all. But I want you to know that in the last, I would guess, 2 months, I've had to make some significant personal changes in my life. I am doing well physically and emotionally. Thank you for asking. I am hearing so much happening with others. Yes, a lot is happening. Well, when you have a large family like this, something is always happening. Thank you, Miss Brooks. I appreciate you. Thank you. She says, I love your ministry. Thank you. It's our ministry. We do it together. We're trying to do the Lord's work and the Lord's will together across the world. For those of y'all who tune in, who don't know who the Hymns family is, just a body of believers from across the world who come together online and in many cases in person to do the work and the will of the Lord. And Hymns is the vehicle that brought us here, brought us together. The love of hymns, the love of people, in some cases, people who just want to have pure church, pure gatherings, pure fellowship. God brought us together, and we continue to grow. Yeah. How many of y'all have had to make some significant changes recently? I've had to make some significant changes recently. And one of the decisions that I had to make was to put my health first in front of everything. get my health together. I was going through a significant decline, and I am on the other end of decline to significant progress. How did I do it? I had to make a, first of all, I had to make a decision that I was not going to go down this early in life. I had to make that decision. And then I had to make a decision that I was going to be consistent with exercise and diet and stick with it. I had to be consistent with that. So every day around 10 or 11 in the morning, depending on whether we have a noonday broadcast or not, I try to do 2-mile walk. I don't eat any. We've had no sugar challenges before, but I don't eat any processed food, any whites, nothing white hardly. I eat a lot of wild caught fish to get my omega-3s, and I take my blood pressure every day and blood sugar every day, and all that kind of stuff. You just gotta, that was what I had to do. And I have seen a significant change in the last 2 months. Very, very significant. And I think for me, it's really was just the decision to live. I could be so busy in ministry, or we can be so others may benefit from this testimony. So I'll say it this way: we could be so busy in ministry that we forget about ourselves. And it's God is not going to, at some point, if we don't take care of our temples, God is going to allow us to go down. I mean, I can say it that way. Everybody goes down that does not take care of their physical body. We've seen anointed people, anointed and appointed by God, go down because they don't take care of their health. So I've seen that before. I decided that was not going to be me, especially this early, at this point in my life, when there's so many other things that I need to do. So part of it is rest too. I rest more than probably many of you all think I do. Because you see me so much, you probably think, well, when does he rest? I do rest. My wife and I made a commitment to rest more. We get a lot of rest on weekends if we're not traveling. And even when we're traveling, we get rest. We go to bed about an hour earlier every night. And we've seen a significant change in our energy levels. Significant change in our energy levels based off what we eat now. I eat earlier. So sometimes I only eat one meal a day. It depends on how hungry I am. But I found, on Sundays when you have Sunday dinner, you typically have it earlier. Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Like when you have Sunday dinner earlier, it's hard to eat that second meal after Sunday dinner because it fills you up. You can eat Sunday dinner 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon and you don't really need anything else. And you've been to church, you've done everything, and you come home and you eat that dinner and you're done. So I just said, hey, you know what? I'm just going to have Sunday dinner every day. And I may eat about 3 or 4 o'clock, eat a nice meal, a little dessert, and I'm done. And I allow my body, 12 to 16 hours to recuperate and get up the next morning. And I feel a heck of a lot better than what I used to do. And I don't really desire to eat as much. And so I say all this to say this. I want to encourage all of us to take care of our temples, do the best you can for as long as you can. My father's a big inspiration to me because he's 86 and he still does push-ups. and he still walks my mother a mile 3 days a week. And you can't look at him and then look at yourself and decide that you're gonna go down. You got to get up, make some changes, get it going. My doctor let me down. I don't trust physicians like that. I really trust my natural doctors. I trust them. I trust what I know. I trust my research. But my doctors have let me down. One way they let me down is they don't tell the truth. They didn't tell me the truth about myself. Let me put it that way. Not about what you may have great doctors, but my doctors didn't tell me the truth about myself. And so if you don't tell me the truth about what's going on with me, I certainly cannot trust you. But one thing I do trust, I trust specialists. I like specialists. Now, an old man told me years ago, and thank y'all for your comments. Please put in there how you're doing. An old man told me years ago in a choir, he said, son, I probably was about 40 years old when he told me this. He said, son, get you a doctor for every part of your body. Get you a specialist for every part of your body. And I declare that he was right. He said he goes to his primary care physician for a physical, but he goes to a specialist for every other part of his body. And I have taken that to heart ever since he said that, because the specialist knows about the particulars of whatever is ailing you or whatever you may need advice about. So when it comes to blood pressure, I go to a cardiologist. When it comes to any other part of my body, I go to that person who has spent the bulk of their time studying that part of my body, so that I can get the best advice that I need. So I want to thank you all for your support, your love. Thank the mothers of the Hims family. So many of y'all call me or send me texts and say, hey, I prayed and I really feel like you need to do this. And all of it was on point. And the good thing about it is that most of the time when mothers call me and tell me that, I was already headed in that direction. And it was confirmation. So thank God for all of you. Thank God for all of you. I take no medication. I intend to take no medication. I intend to make the lifestyle changes that I need to make. And then after the lifestyle changes, if medication is needed, I'll take it. That's the way that I believe it's supposed to be. I'm not taking medication for something that I can change. I take medication for things that I cannot change. That's my attitude, and I go see my specialist and my natural doctor as well, to make sure that I get the most comprehensive advice that I need to give. So God bless all of you. Keep putting in the chat how you're doing, because I go back and read them and then pray for you, and I hope that you pray for me as well. I believe in prayer. I think prayer has got the Hims family where we are right now. Nothing but prayer. God's prayer. It's preserved some of us. Some of us may have been gone if it wasn't for prayer and what God connected us to through this Hims family. Yeah. I really, really believe that. So I hope that my story will encourage many of you to do all that you can. I mean, we all gonna leave out of here. That's without a doubt. But quality of life is what I'm encouraging all of us to explore. A better quality of life. And I'm learning that quality of life involves exercise and making great diet decisions. I have learned that all of the stuff that we used to eat in our culture is killing us, because we don't work in the fields no more, so we can't work it off. You can't work off pork chops and ribs in the house. When our grandparents and forefathers were growing up, they worked all day and ate that stuff, and they could handle it. But we cannot. We got to make better decisions, and we have to exercise and decide that we're gonna live. so that we can do all of what God has called us to do. Y'all heard me say, I plan to die empty. I mean that thing. I plan to see my grandchildren one day. I plan to see my sons grow up, if the Lord wills, to be all that they can be, and to do all I can to do so. We all are on God's grace and mercy, but I'm going to do all I can. So I want to encourage all of us. I don't care how old you are. Don't tell me I don't care how old you are. It doesn't matter to me. That encouragement is for you as well. An encouragement for you. You can do it. You just have to make a decision to live. I'm going to live. I'm going to do the best I can with what I have left. And then I'm going to allow God's grace to carry me. Because I have learned that God will let you die if you don't take care of your temple. He will let you die. I've seen too many pastors, musicians, persons of faith leave here for stuff that could have been prevented. How many of y'all own a blood pressure machine? How many of you all have blood glucose monitors? How many of you, I never forget a pastor about a month and a half ago, I was in a service and the pastor got up on Men's Day and said, I'm encouraging every man to buy a blood pressure machine. I thought that was a phenomenal thing he said. He said, you got everything else, but you don't know what your blood pressure is, and that's what's killing us the most. So God bless all of you today. Please tell me how you are doing. And put in the chat, I'm going to live. I'm going to live. I'm going to live. Cup Phillips, I wasn't far from where you are two months ago. And I'm praying. I'm telling you, if you make a decision to eat better and to exercise, I ain't promising you no reversals, but I'm telling you, you will live. And you will feel so much better that even if that stuff remains, you can do everything God has gifted you to do. That's what it is. You can have diabetes, you can have high blood pressure, you can have all these things going on, but if you eat better, if you exercise, you can do everything that you need to do with God's grace. And you'll have energy to do it. I'm going to live. How many of y'all going to live today? Let's live, because God has got something for us to do. I'm not just going to sit around here and die. I'm praying for your husband's kidney appointment today, Miss Daniels. I'm praying that God will heal his kidneys if there is an issue. And if he does have an issue, that God would sustain him, and that he would decide whatever my lot, it is well, because I'm going to live. Come on, somebody. A lot of modern day medicine can help us live today. And I'm going to take that medicine, whatever. If I needed to live, I'm going to take it to live. And I'm going to get up and walk and eat and do everything I'm supposed to do. And let God handle the rest. I'm going to live. Yeah. I'm going to live until my date on the calendar comes up. But every day I get up, I'm going to enjoy the quality of life. That's it right there. I'm going to enjoy the quality of my days. In Jesus' name. I'm greatly inspired by many of you all in the Hymns family. How you have survived so much. How God has graced you and blessed you to get through so much. You all have greatly inspired me. I want to thank you. So many stories, I cannot talk about them all. But you all have greatly inspired me. Some of you all are well up in age. And you have inspired me, watching you get up and live. Now, and has caused me to make significant changes, to live. And now I'm going to throw it back at you. Let's live together for as long as God has allowed us to do so. Look forward to seeing everybody tonight for Tuesday night hymn praise in Jesus' name. Everybody's invited. Bring your requests. We're going to have a great time tonight in Jesus' name. Take care, everybody. We love you. On behalf of my wife, Deacon Stephanie, and I, we love you all greatly. Take care, everybody.